Hello, sorry, hello John. So first one in. So I've been struggling to retake the thumbnail, but it won't let me do it, and I don't know why. Very, very, very annoying indeed. Right, I'll start off with a few hellos and plugs. First of all, say hello to Scottish Car Enthusiasts TV, who said earlier he can't make it. He's doing something worthy and good for the community. He's delivering, I think, food or parcels for people in lesser fortunate. So, well, I suppose maybe that's more important than chatting on the internet. I'll do a couple of other sort of minor shout outs as well. Firstly, there's a guy called Ian Cook who goes by the name of Pop Bang Colour. He's an artist in sort of Birmingham area, and during lockdown, he was doing a book called Continuous Car Drawings, and he interviewed people and drew their cars whilst he chatted over Zoom. And one of the cars he drew was my Rover 2000, and we had a little chat on there. If you look for Pop Bang Colour, his name's Ian Cook, really, really good artist. Normally he goes by the name Paints with Cars, because he gets radio control cars and paints on the floor with them, but he did actual hand drawings this time. I finally got a frame for this after a number of weeks, so that's going to find a home somewhere around here. That looks really cool, so I'm very happy with that. So thanks Ian Cook, Pop Bang Colour. Check out his website, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all those channels. It's really good stuff. Secondly, and a minor shout out, I'm not getting any kind of thanks other than just, I like this stuff, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. Friend, colleague, magazine editor and journalist Craig Cheetham has got 2 new books out. MGZ Cars, Austin Rover, Metro. Both very interesting, and if it's come from Craig, it's fantastically well researched. And you can trust that, and he's an entertaining writer as well, so you're always going to have a good time reading his stuff. Also, he's involved with Rover 200 R3 storybook as well, so my post box has been bulging this week. So with those out of the way, I'll go and start looking at what we've got on the messages, because lots have been coming in while I've been talking and not ignoring. All right, hello. Oh, yeah, Sheldon, Alex, hello. Luca, Stonesbrook, Chris, I can't even read that. Pac-Man Real, hello. Jake, John, James, everyone. God, blimey. Paul, Tom, hello. Jimmy, hope you're Alpha. Peter as well, and Lionel, good evening. And so too many hellos to get through here. Yeah, Jimmy, if you go in the Facebook fans page, which I would say I didn't make the Facebook fans page, someone else made that, so it's amazing that that's happened. I'm rather stunned, but I'm glad some people have joined in. But yeah, where we're looking at, I'm losing my thread of things. Jimmy, yes, Jimmy Thomas, he just bought an Alpha 145. He has not learnt from me, and he's bought an Alfa Romeo along with someone else. I've forgotten who it was now. In the Facebook fans page, they also got a pair of what Alphas, a GT and a 156, and I'm very jealous of the 156. So yes, that's all good. Where are we? Thomas, hello. How are you doing? If you're looking in the channel comment on the live stream comments, anyone who's got a little logo and the name is in green, they're a channel member. They've joined the channel, and then their comments are far more visible. I sort of noticed them a bit more popping up. If you want to become a channel member, there's a link down below. And you can become more part of the Furious family. So Jake, hello. Oh, yes, Jake getting around his message every single time he's missed it. Rubbish Mechanic, oh hello. Can we possibly seeing you very soon if all work allows. And Lloyd Vehicle Consulting, bonsoir, monsieur. How are you? Jasper, yeah. Is that the actual BTCC who joined in? I'm possibly doubting it. Review more Audis. Well, I'm talking to the Audi people, so hopefully we can do that. Yeah. Now, Rover 2000s are the best. They are wonderful cars. Hang on, I did discover last week why it was really, really quiet. Because if we turn the volume down on an iPad, it also turns the microphone down. I didn't know that until this afternoon, so hopefully you can hear me okay. Where are we at? Need to give the Volvo more love. Volvo gets a decent amount of love, considering how much that. How much did how did the coilovers fit? No, we've got a bit of an admission on the coilovers. We took a bit of a punt on them because Max Speeding Rods don't actually do a Rover 200 coilover kit, but the 200 and Honda Civic are basically the same car at various times through their lives. And we took a little bit of a punt on, can we make these ones fit? And as I was reading it, as I was opening it, I didn't notice that there were a 2-stud on the coilovers and it's a 3-stud on the actual car. So we've looked at the other options they've got and other things they make, and none of them actually fit that car. So what I'm looking at doing before I send them back is I'm going to take a strut off the convertible, have a look at the strut top, the cap bit, which is the wrong part, and see if that will work as a kind of cobble the two together and make the coilovers fit with the original Rover 3-prong strut top. If not, they'll either go back, or I'll ask if I can do them as a giveaway. If anyone's got a Honda Civic, we can give them away too. So yeah, we'll figure something with that. Right, ooh, that's gone weird. Fly Drive Right. Hello, you're here. Nice to see you. Rubbish mechanic working on the 90. Well, let's hope it works. Nothing serious. Hello, Poland. Hi, Phil. Nice to see you here. Am I going to drive the Peugeot 205 Gentry? We shall see. How goes 2000 in the V8? Well, you saw the 2000 the other day. Yeah, that's well, virtually done. I need to get like a 20 centimetre long pair of bolts to bolt the engine in, and I've got an engine that's not going to fall out, which would be a better situation. So I'm trying to scroll down the comments, and it's just magnifying my screen, which is really odd. How's Mercedes going? I haven't looked at it because it's been chucking with rain, and every day it's not been raining, I've gone out to work. So I'm going to look at that next week, see if we can do some more of that. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up on the Fiat video. That Fiat was absolutely delightful. That engine was astonishing. Am I expecting a delivery of 2 leather chairs by a Suzuki Jimny driven by Johnny Smith? Well, that'd be awesome if we did, yeah. I'm not sure where I'd put them. You get rained on around here. Oh, the books are excellent. There's quite a range of books you can't see. If I lean across here, I don't know if we can turn this enough to, if I free off the tripod. I've actually got this mounted on a tripod in a grip. If I rotate this around here, you can see a bunch more books. So you've got the Porsche 911 book, other Porsche, Alfa Romeo, 100 years, well, 62, basically 100 years of Alfa. Corvette, Alfa Giulia, Hot Rods, Woodward Avenue, big hot rodding site, Carscapes, Renault Alpine. Oh, just tons of stuff, all waiting to be read. And I don't know if you saw this on Facebook or not, but this was really cool. Oh, Alan, thank you very much indeed. That's really, really appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think I'm in quite the same league as Ian Tyrrell, but it's nice to be driving those kind of cars. I turned up to drive a car the other day, and I knew I was going to be going in the Volvo, and told the owner. When I got there, he said, "I'm having a clear out. I found a Volvo 700 toy. Would you like it?" The answer is yes, yes, it would. Also, my little boy, who always interrupts, got me a couple of little Hot Wheelses, which is really cool. A couple of Fast and Furious and a Continental GT to add to my collection. That was a nice little present for me. Oops. Where are we? Let's get back to where we were. I'm losing the content of the thing by just wandering on. Hello. Oh gosh, lots of hellos. Everyone, hello to everyone who's just helloed. Have I casted to the TV? Oh, well, yeah, you've casted to the TV. I'm thinking, no, I haven't casted to a TV. I don't think Joseph Lloyd Vehicle Consulting does do live chats yet, do you? You can answer that further down if you like. What are you looking at? Oh, who knows? What are my thoughts on the VW Scirocco? I've never had either the old or the new one. But I've driven both, and they're just rather nice, really. They're basically like a Calibra, being a Cavalier in drag. They're a Golf in drag, but they do it very well, and they're lots of fun to drive. They look good too. The Volvo scrapyard was huge fun to wander around. I just wish they'd had 700 like mine to go and pick parts from. Everything else is slightly too new. How did I learn to weld? I think if you look at my welding, you'd say I never did. That was just trial and error, just watching videos, reading old magazines, how-tos. Yeah, just having a go, really. Getting it wrong and then trying harder and trying some more and more and more. Hello, Hooked on Classics. Hello. Got a Fiat 126. Oh, lovely. They're great little cars. Oh, Lloyd Vickers tried a live chat once. It went badly. Yes, I think I remember that. It was quite a long time ago, though, wasn't it, though, Joseph? That was a while back. Only V60 heard nicer than that Fiat is a light seat radio. Well, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know, the that V6 was beautiful in that Dino. James 14645. James, hello, how are you? Have I driven a Porsche 912? I've been a passenger in a Porsche 912. I'm not sure I've actually driven one. If you're not going fast, you really can't tell the difference between that and an early 911. And they have gone up in value because of that. So they were the cheap option for a while, but they're not anymore. I think you need a 4x4? Yeah, I've kind of been looking at a couple of 4x4s. I don't like SUVs, but I do like real 4x4s. So yeah, I do quite like the idea of having a proper off-roader to go and do off-roady stuff in. Yeah, I need to go and chase it up really. I did talk to someone who had one for sale the other day on Facebook, and I was quite tempted, but the cost of moving it here was going to be quite a lot, and that kind of put me off. And the fact, yeah, once again, I've got thousands of cars. Where am I going to put it? Oh, Alex, do you know how rare that C70 coupe was at Lakes? Apparently only 125 painted that colour. I see them in that kind of lovely bronzy, goldy colour one. That was lovely, and you know, I haven't seen many in that colour, but they really do stand out. Oh, KK, you'll come along to another one. T-shelf. I'm seeing T-shell free a lot in the comments, and that's the word I've started using myself now after someone commented it. How's work going? The 145. Surprisingly good, actually. I did a members and what do you call it, Patreon's chat video last week where I kind of gave a bit of an insight into what's happening with it. The garage who've got it have actually started making some progress with it. It's quite interesting, actually. We're not really quite sure exactly what went on with its welding. But it's definite terminal. It's definitely getting fixed. I'm definitely dreading the bill when it comes. But the driver's side didn't look as bad as we thought it was going to. In fact, it was a lot worse. So we didn't even have to use the spare 155 inner wing strut top that I got. So that one will be on eBay, or I'll put it out through the Owners Club group when we're finally done with the project, just in case we'll hang on to it for now. So yeah, we've still got that, and we've got the passenger side replacement strut top to use. So we'll see how bad the passenger side is soon. Where are we at? Oh, John, thank you very much indeed. That's very nice of you. It's nice to see you this week as well, just in time before this week's fun and games. Hyundai Coupe 2 litre, best of the best. Actually, that was a really good car. I do regret selling that. That's with a friend who's now loaned it to another friend, or a friend of his, who's got it on kind of permanent loan. More vids involving the dogs. Well, I have to keep only stuff I can do in the garden, because I don't trust them not to run away, because they will. So if I do anything in the garden, the dogs will be involved. Anything in the driveway, they tend not to be, because they're just not trustable. Oh right, hang on, Mark. There you go. Loved the red polo vid. Worked for that garage. Oh, but it's gone now. Okay. Yeah. God, I remember selling it. Wow. And he's got red polo saloon. Gosh, I've forgotten the polo saloon. Lancia Flavia. Flavia. That'd be a great thing to do. In fact, all the Lancias. Any Lancia would be a good thing to have reviewed on the channel. When am I reviewing Subaru Impreza version 6 STI Type R? I don't know. I did the Spec D not so long ago. That was good fun. That car was for sale. I actually quite fancied it. And weirdly, actually, someone commented on it. They had that car when the engine blew up in it, and then they sold it cheap because the engine had blown up. So they're really surprised to see it had been repaired with the movie car engine. But I was very glad to see it was back on the road. Best rep car of the 90s? Well, early or late 90s? That's a big question, because either it's Sierra versus Cavalier, or is it Vectra von Mondeo? Because it's later years the Mondeo is definitely better, but early years the Cavalier is better. So yeah. What's the best colour for a Tomcat? I'm gonna say Tahiti blue, because I've got one. But also Nightfire red. Well, any red looks nice on it as well. But I'll do the Tahiti blue. Looks really good on them. Yeah, that was an accidental hubnut comparison, but yeah, sometimes mine does go a bit hubnut. Oh wow, there's an undertaker in Bournemouth with a fleet of Rover 75 hearses and limos. Oh, that would be great. I wonder if I can go and visit them. If I can't Google them and find them. Hang on, I'm going through the comments right now. Tomcat's all right, actually. I drove that. Well, you saw I drove it on Wednesday, I think it was. That was good fun. Where's the Fiesta? Well, it doesn't actually belong to me. That belongs to a lady in the village. It's her first car to learn in, so it's just I did it as a favour for the videos. So it's a car that lives around the corner, not mine. So yeah, it might come back for additional servicing and fixes every now and then. But yeah, she's learning to drive in it, so it's not here. It's not mine. It's one I've not got to worry about and pay to tax and insure for once. But if it goes wrong, I'm sure it'll be back here. In fact, there's another hole in the floor I think we found, or has appeared, I should say. So I'll have back for a bit of welding shortly. Hello, other people. Yes, yeah, there were 3 different body styles of the Mark II Polo, weren't they? Yeah, Jake Gillibrand, he's the guy who made the Furious Fans Facebook group, if that's a thing that's happening now. Oh, you got Lucas got a pre-war Citroen. Oh, wow. Oh, drive A, not yours. Well, if your uncle's up for me driving it, then email. There's a thing below. Oops. Sorry. Every time I look away from the screen, because iPad, it dulls out my comments, and I have to go start scrolling back all the way through. Sorry, I just caught this comment from Fly Drive Ride. Fly. There's too many words there. Think of fitting a thermocouple directly to the head of my bongo to read the actual head metal temperature. Have you thought about doing that for the Rovers, if K Series motors? No, but only because the only K Series I've got is the Convertible, which brings me on to a second question, which I saw a minute ago, and I've already forgotten who asked the question because I glanced over it and then the thing vanished. What are my plans for the Convertible? I think the plan is to sell it on to someone who will give it a good loving home. The original owner was interested in it, and someone else commented or emailed that they were interested in buying it as well. A regular viewer whose name someone I've recognised and have talked to before, and I should have made a note who that was. But yeah, I would like it to go to someone who's into it and would like it and is going to enjoy it and care for it. But convertibles aren't really my thing, so the point was to save it really. It's nice. I mean, I'm sure I could become attached to it because it's a lovely car. The engine's really smooth. It's got nice leather seats and it's got the later dash and everything. So yeah, but no, it's going to be nice. It's got the bonnet and the wing are painted and the roof's on. It's going to be fantastic. But yeah, am I a teacher? No, I'm not. What car is a convertible? It's a Rover 216i from 1995 or 6. I think I just answered that. No, I'm not a teacher. What's my opinion of Cadillac? Well, they're very, very varied through the years. I don't dislike them at all. They're American Rolls Royce and all that. I always loved how loaded they were with stuff that we never got over here, and they were amazingly grand. The funny thing with Cadillacs is that people think, oh, they're massive, they're huge. I drove a 59 or 60 Cadillac a while ago and put it up next to a Transit. It was exactly the same size, and the owner said, yeah, this is physically the same size as the Transit. So, welding teacher, I need a welding teacher. 140 S-Class, oh, they're beautiful monsters. I had a sit in a V12 coupe the other day. Is that a W140? Yeah, it must have been a W140. Yeah, it was absolutely lovely. Hang on. Best t-shirt ever belongs to the C4 Cactus. Actually, I've not seen a C4 Cactus yet. Opinion on a 1966 Moscovich 408. You finally out-obscured me. I've never sat in one. I don't really know anything about them, so you win. You've beaten me. Bluebird or Primera? I think I like the Bluebird a little bit more, just because that kind of square-edge design is a little tiny more interesting. Any news on the 123? No, because I think I answered this a few minutes ago. Every day it's not rained, I've been out at work, and so I can't take the cover off and weld it and cut into metal. Have I driven an Alfa Mito? Yeah, I've driven a few Alfa Mitos. There is someone who reviewed one of their cars a while ago, and they had an Alfa Mito, and I was going to go back and do that as well. Actually, I haven't got around to doing it yet. That was a really nice one, really nice colour combination, and lovely interior. Oh, I say thank you, Psycho. Oh my gosh, that's very, very generous indeed. Are you still thinking about a unit? Yes, I am. I'm struggling to find anything at all, really. Because yeah, that what is what I really need to do. I was talking to one of the neighbours about it earlier today, that I really need to get all the cars together, undercover, in the dry, so I can work all throughout the year. Because now it's getting to the winter time, I'm looking at the Mercedes and where the convertible is, and it's just freezing cold and horrible. So I'm talking to a neighbour who's a builder about sort of knocking up some kind of carport lean-to thing. I mean, in my head, it's a beautiful kind of extension with tiled roofs carrying the garage on, but he kind of laughed when I said my budget. So we're now looking at various sticks and a bit of plexiglass on top. Oh, Luke, I've got to go. Nice you can come along, but yeah, ask him if you can. Austin Big 7. Yeah, I love an Austin 7 of any kind. They're wonderful. Any thoughts on the Honda E? Yeah, I think they're really, really cool. I was hoping to try and get hold of one to drive, if at all possible. Do I know why SUVs, hatches, and MPVs all have the ugly spoiler? It's just because it's like a styling detail, because you've got to sort of finalise or finish the roof somehow, and if you don't do that, it just kind of ends without any kind of flourish. So they always have a spoiler. It's not aero, so Cadillac of pants. Well, the new ones haven't been as good for a while, and the North Star engine wasn't that great, was it? What Cardi TV shows do I watch? I don't really watch that many, to be honest. In fact, I don't really get to watch much TV at all at the moment. I've given the new Top Gear a go, and there's been sort of some interesting points, but some of it, I don't know. One thing I was fascinated with was that bit when they did the. In fact, I was talking about this just yesterday about this. The new the hire car thing when they drove the wrong way around a racetrack. That looked really genuinely dangerous. That looked like health and safety weren't warned about what was going to happen, because it didn't look planned or it didn't look like it was staged. It just looked like it was just happening. It was just lucky no one died. But yeah, on actual TV, I tend to watch Roadkill and do stuff on Motor Trend, and then just stuff on YouTube. There's not really anything on TV I tend to watch. What's my opinion on Alfa discontinuing all their cars and only offering SUVs apart from the Giulia? Same as what I think about Ford doing the similar thing. It's a real shame and a big mistake, because I don't think the SUV bubble is going to last that much longer, and people wanting them, because people are more and more starting to actually say, no, these things are too big and too heavy and too ugly. So it's a real shame. I think Alfa need to bring back a convertible. They've got the rear-wheel drive platform in the Giulia, so it wouldn't be a big step to do that. And I personally would never buy an SUV. I certainly wouldn't buy the Stelvio, because it's huge and the interior is not that big. I mean, it's got a tighter interior than, well, the boot's certainly tighter than the Giulia. So unless they bring out a Giulia estate, they've lost me as a customer, which is a shame, because I love the cars. I have loved the cars. Hello, Connor. Do I like cupcakes? I like all cakes. I'm sure if you've watched any of the reviews, you'll know the contents of the tea shelf also often involves cake. So, yeah. Oh, God. Someone commented, will there be the flashing lights? And shout out to Arthur, my son's friend. And here it comes. 1 second. The Apple remote is on the little table next to the sofa. Yes, where's the Apple remote? So yes, we don't talk about diesels on the Lloyd's channel. I don't talk about SUVs, he doesn't talk about diesels. I thought there were quite a few Rovers left in Spain. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I've been talking too much and not looking at the comments enough. Octavio or Passat? I like the styling on the Passat more, but I think you get more toys in the Octavia, but they're basically the same car, aren't they? Sunny or Corolla? Oh, blimey. Sunny. But I like the kind of edge, the creasier styling. Oh, I don't know. Where are we going? Who's the best car bloke to have a beer with? Joseph, Lloyd, or Ian Seabrook? Oh, come on. They're both very nice people, and I wouldn't want to choose between the two. I've spent a lot of time with both of them. They're both very, very nice people to spend time with, so it's not really a choice. Either one would be fine. Yeah. You're the Matt who flagged up that I was in the local paper. That was funny. Uh, they didn't tell me they were republishing that, but when the video first went live about the Roots group, urban exploration thing about the old Roots garage, they picked up on it and they phoned me and they did an interview and they posted that a link to the video and embedded the video in the local Kent Online website thing. I think it went in the paper as well, actually. And so they've kind of, I don't think you need permission actually to embed a video. If it's on YouTube, you can embed it in your thing because it just drives more views to YouTube. So, have I ever driven a bus? No, but I have kind of had half an offer and I'm really looking forward to taking it up. I've driven an Arctic lorry once when I was a teenager. I was at my dad's work and a truck driver came in and they were just busy doing stuff and the guy said, well, we're on a trading estate and there's not a road. Do you want to go? So I said, yes. Have I spoken to Kevin Palmer? Yes, I have, because I work for a couple of mini magazines and have worked for them a while. And I've been down there and photographed cars from his works. He's really, really knowledgeable guy. Done a lot of stuff with modern and classic minis and knows his onions, as they say. Do I think individuality, I can't say the word. Do I think individuality in design is missing now? I think lighting technology is very good, but overall shape of cars is, well, actually, no. And this is something I've said before and often gets told to stop doing that. If you look at the cars from any decade, any generation, they all look very similar within that generation. So they all look similar today because that's the current styling shape. That's the way aero has taken it. If you look to the 70s, they all look kind of the same. If I look at 1950s cars, sometimes I kind of struggle to work out what 1950s cars I'm looking at because they all kind of look a little bit similar with the same kind of fins, same kind of grills. And it's only the details that make them stand out. So that's always going to happen. Any generation, you're always going to have that same kind of thing. Everything is going to be a little bit similar. So now I don't think individuality is gone because people are still putting their own flourishes on the grills, the bumpers, the lamps, roof lines. Oh, Tom, got to go. Nice to see you though. Thanks for coming by. Am I saddened by the news that Fiat Alfa Romeo are becoming part of the Vauxhall PSA group? It's a shame that they are being consumed into a bigger group, but at the same time, I don't think they would have survived, or Alfa probably wouldn't have survived, if they weren't part of a bigger group. So from that point of view, yes, it's a good thing, but it's always a shame when a smaller company gets taken over by a bigger company. Oh, Jake, got to go. Have a nice evening, though. What time is it? Gosh, it's been half an hour already. That's gone flying by. Oh, Terry built a lean 6-foot posts holding up 4x2 wooden frame. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing, actually, because that's, 350. That's kind of well under budget, and it would certainly see me through the winter. And James is a bit off tangent, but very interesting. Lived at Ronald McNair's farms in Virginia. Many do not know that McNair was a black astronaut who died in the shuttle. Actually, I kind of forgotten that, yeah. And I'm a bit of a space nerd, I kind of forgotten. Yeah, everyone only really remembers Krista, the teacher. What's the best way to get back into automotive photography? I used to do it, but I haven't done it for a while. I was going to say go to car shows, but there aren't any. If you're looking for magazines, it's not a great time to do it because everyone's got reducing their output at the moment because of the lockdowns and things. Go out and take photos is really the best thing to do, and it depends what outlet you want to do. Stick stuff on Instagram, stick stuff on Twitter, try and get yourself noticed that way. That is very popular at the moment. Oh, Alex, he nearly bought a coupe like mine, but didn't I? He should have done. Yeah, Ian is, that's a very fair comment. Nice, introverted guy, but he's not a loud person, but he's very nice, very good company though. I've sort of spent a couple of road trip times with him. He's a nice person to be with. Lloyd's View Consulting, thank you for a diplomatic answer. And I couldn't say what I really thought. You're right there. I'm joking, obviously. How's Rover 214 Cabrio? Well, it's 216, but it's fine. I've got a few jobs to do to it next week because obviously I'm going to be at home. So I'm going to try for an MOT in the next week or so. I reckon it'll pass though. Sat in struck at the NEC. Actually, I did as well. At the same time, I've seen it in person. I off-road cars. I fully upgrade them because I want my car to be a sleeper. UAE people will race insanely, terrible accident rate. But yeah, but you can just kind of go off into the desert in the UAE, can't you? You can just disappear into the sand and have a great time going over the dunes. I'm quite jealous of that. If you put in Mercedes 123 spares on eBay, find yeah. Actually, I've looked on there. A lot of things are quite expensive, but there are a few bargains out there for the 123. Because at the moment, I'm not really looking for buying stuff. I'm looking for welding stuff. Volvo 340 or Mark III Escort. Now, as you know, I do like an old Volvo, but the 340 is kind of a DAF underneath, and it's kind of a little bit heavy to drive. I'm not, well, I'm not a huge fan of the Mark III Escort. I do quite like the Mark III Escort. People think, I watched back the video I did the other day, and I thought maybe I was a bit harsh on it. If it's 340 or a Mark IV Escort, it'd be a Mark IV Escort easily, but I don't know. I'll toss a coin on that one. Go for Mondeo Mark II. Yeah, they are really rare. Not as rare as the Mark I, but they're really quite cool. And I really like Mondeos. They're nice cars, actually. I really do like Mondeos. Got to have a T-shelf. Oh, not Alan, if you're still here. It was a couple minutes ago you said goodnight. Sinclair C5 or top of the range? Sinclair C5 or top of the range hot point washing machine? I'll take the C5 because hot point washing machines catch fire. Thoughts on the Austin 1300? I quite like them. They're good cars. They handle. They don't look exciting, but they handle quite nicely. They're nice cars to drive around in. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one of those. Sorry. I'm kind of losing track of the comments because I've been stopping to talk and not looking at the comments enough. Have I found a Mercedes breakers yet? I did find one online. I tried to ring them about actually stuff for the W204, but they weren't answering. I'm still looking for an interior phone, so I nearly blocked Jimmy. Sorry, dude. I hit the wrong button. It nearly went into block this user.
Which phone number for Jimmy Gray? Work?
No. Got to buy bits for an Alpha 145. Get used to that. Good luck with it though. Hope it goes well, and hope it looks nice on the Facebook photos. So I hope it is as good as it appears. Do change the oil though. Oh yeah, the joint venture Alpha, FCA, PSA. Yeah, it's more of an equal footing. So hopefully they can get together. John Denver suggested the Citizens in Space program wanted to be in the shuttle. Instead, they changed it to a teacher in space. Oh gosh, yes. And he died on Columbus Day. Wow, that's a weird coincidence. My Focus failed MOT. Got Space Master Auto. Oh, Space Star Auto. I don't know about them, I'm afraid. Sorry. Is that automatic gearbox or is that? If it's an auto box, you know what I said. Oh, thanks, Ray. How about the 145? I did ask comment on it earlier. Yeah, it's with the garage. They are working on it. The driver's side wasn't as bad as we thought. It was quite interestingly patched, but that one is definitely good. Well, will be good. Passenger side we've not investigated yet, so doing one side at a time. Can I review a Merc W202? Well, yeah, I need to, because I've done the 204, 203, and 205, so I need to go and do the 202 and the 190 as well, really. Any plans for clickbait? Yeah, I've got those plans. I'm actually halfway through filming a video the other day about an old camera, and then it didn't really work out very well, so I've got to reshoot it. I've got a few other plans, get things done. Thing is, this channel, Furious Driving, just takes so much time. You would not believe how much of my week goes on researching stuff, filming stuff, editing stuff, answering time in the comments, that kind of stuff. You name it, you wouldn't believe how long it takes, and then trying to fit that around sort of family and my normal work as well, this is kind of becoming more my normal work in a weird kind of way. But yeah, I've got lots of plans for for clickbait, but I never get around to actually doing them. I bought some unusual film the other day. Is this it here? Yeah, I bought a roll of, it's got red cast or something it was called. And the idea is that it's loaded backwards in the canister, so every picture you take has got this weird kind of orangey yellow red cast on it. In the end, I just wound up shooting it just for fun and didn't make a video about it, and thought I'd go and buy some more after using it just to, so I knew what I was talking about on the video. And they've sold out, they don't make it anymore. So it's a waste of time. So I need to go back to the comments again. Stop commenting, everyone. Yeah. Morris Godfrey, Volvo 340 Arizona with Mark III. They didn't rust out. That's very true, actually. 205 or 309 GTI. Yeah, 309 GTI is a really underrated car. They're actually really, really good. 850 T5R or Merc C63 or BMW M4. Do you want to go for the Volvo? It's just a bit unusual. Biden or Trump? Wow, very way to start an argument to see how close the voting is. But since Trump is trying to break democracy with lies at the moment, I would go with Biden. I recently took to V60R design Volvos. I really quite like them. They're really quite cool looking cars. Like the waterfall dashboards, that's in them, isn't it? Like the kind of the hips of the car look really nice. It's just a really good looking car. There's some nice design going on there. What's the future of? Thank you. Turn it on again. What's the future of the ULEZ? They're making. Shush. You. Future of the ULEZ. They're making it bigger. It's going out to the North Circular and South Circular, and it's not good news really for anyone. In fact, they're doing horrible things with. Well, I've moaned about this on Facebook this week. Lots of London, they're doing these stupid things where they're pedestrianising roads but only part-time. They're completely blocking off roads so you can't get, ambulances and fire engines can't get through. I drove into a road 20 minutes after 10 o'clock when it became pedestrianised last week. Didn't realise I was in a pedestrian road, drove in, stopped and backed out again. I got a blooming £65 fine this morning. Not happy at all. And I had to go back the same place a couple of days later. I realised that I'd made a mistake the week before. It took me like half an hour to these traffic calming measures designed to stop people driving around that part of London had me driving around that part of London for an extra half an hour, producing pollution and being on the roads and becoming more and more irritated. And I was going there for work, so I couldn't travel without the car because I've got my gear in the boot. Oh, no, I only go to London if I absolutely have to. It's very, very annoying. Can you get any Mercedes cups? I can try. I don't know. I can try and upload some, but I don't know if they will bounce those because of copyright. Had a bit of trouble with the Volvo stuff on Redbubble because of the copyright claim on my Volvo 700 picture I drew, and I've put it back up again without the Volvo logos on. So I'm hoping that'll be okay this time. Rover's not for sale right now. Actually, you'd be surprised how many people. Oh, this is John Clark. Very few people using film now. It's become really popular again. It obviously nearly died out completely, but now it's really, really popular. There's entire shops and websites dedicated to selling film and the chemicals. Richard, nice to work for me, but I don't employ anyone. I'm a one-man band. Don't have any staff. It's just me. Sorry, nothing personal. And if I had space, I would be willing to give you a chance, but. The only time I ever hire anyone is to work as a driver, which is very, very few and far between these days, and now you can't even do that because of COVID. So, should have said a 360 Volvo or Mark III Escort and a manual Volvo, not the Varimatic. But yeah, that is definitely a deal breaker because it would not go for the Varimatic. They are funny, but whole point watches is like Alphas, they run like a dream until they blow up. Yeah. Oh yeah, Joseph has made a lot of ULEZ videos. They're a nightmare. Would I ever add an old Vauxhall to my fleet? Wouldn't say no. Depends what it was. There's a few Vauxhalls that have been out over the years I would not mind having. Am I good at mechanics? I'm okay at mechanics, not the best. I do get stuck and have to call in professionals from time to time. Uh, Most comfortable car I've ever owned. That was my Alpha 156, without a doubt. The Rover 2000 is not far off. That's a close second because those big armchair bucket seat things are fantastic. But the 156, you can see why so many were broken to have their seats turned into armchairs, because they are just the best. You have a long day, 100 miles from home, you climb into the car end of it. It felt so good. It was just like a massage. It was brilliant. I missed that car. What's my favourite 90s hot hatch? Astra GSI, Escort Cosworth 220 GTI. I did really like the Astra Hot GSI actually. Golf I think was my favourite at the time, but now looking back, it would have to be the Alpha 145. Actually, no, the Alpha 33. I loved the Alpha 33 back at the time. That was brilliant. Dave from my content. Oh yeah, John need to send me Dave's details so I can give him a call, because I need to get hold of something from Mercedes. Do you think the 240Z Mark III Supra and Mark III RX-7 blowing up and values? Yes. Yeah, they Mark II MR2 can't be too far behind the Mark I MR2, because those have gone crazy. I mean, I sold mine for 500 quid with a bit of rust in it. Well, a lot of rust in it. But now Stone Cold someone sold one this week. I think it was like £10,000 or something. It was an immaculate, beautiful one. Mark 1 TTs, they are sure to follow. If you can find Mark 1 TTs that never got the recall for the spoiler, then you're going to do well. Bought an R-Reg Fiesta, excellent work. Yeah, fly drive, yeah, film is like vinyl. It is cool again, it's the thing to have. What's kind of interesting is if you walk around with a digital camera and do like street photography, like taking pictures of the street, people walking around looking for interesting moments. If you've got a digital camera, people seem to react quite sometimes a bit weirdly, but angrily almost, and they sort of want to see what you're doing, what you're up to it. If you've got a film camera and they can see it's a film camera, people are more like, oh, that's interesting, that's a bit of fun, and far less aggressive and far less judgmental of it. It's an interesting, different kind of take. Do I lament what's happened to the Fiat range and Alpha? Yeah, they used to have so much more. They've really kind of limited the numbers of cars in the range, and they're not going to expand and grow unless they do bring more cars into the range, because I don't like SUVs, and they're just concentrating on the SUVs like so many others. I mean, I love what they've done with the Giulia. That's a fantastic car, but they've not made enough of that platform. They need to make it into an estate and a convertible and a coupe. It's all just waiting to be done, and they're not doing it. Oh, Dr. Meng, yes, I did get the Mercedes done. You've not seen the latest videos. It's been running about 2 months now. Runs brilliantly. All I can assume is there was a tiny blockage somewhere, and the ethanol in the petrol has cleared it for me. It runs beautifully now. Just need to sort the brakes out because it doesn't stop at all. What car would you have taken on a Lorry's Mechanical Marvels Lemons Reach for the Sky challenge if COVID and a collab had been allowed? It's funny, we were actually talking about doing a trip before COVID, whether it was going to be, I think we were talking about buying a car, and I didn't have anything in mind. I was the usual sort of hit Gumtree and then hope for the best. But if it had been take a car for that trip, because it was a GT trip, wasn't it? Find a GT. I think I would have probably taken the Tomcat, because that kind of does fit. It's not really a sports car, it's more of a GT. It's got a nice big engine, comfortable seats, good for a long drive, and it's a good sports car for the back roads when you get there. Decent sized boot. I've driven that one down to Le Mans before, so that would have been a good one if it's from the existing fleet. What are my weird non-car YouTube topics I like? Mine is street. I can't talk tonight. Street scrapping and dumpster diving. I don't really see many dumpsters around here. I obviously like taking photos of stuff. I'm very much into music and books, and movies really, that kind of stuff. Hyundai Accent. It's oh god, thoughts. I've never really had any thoughts about Hyundai Accent. You really put me on the spot with that one. Because yeah, they're an okay car. They're very reliable. They're not particularly exciting, but they're nice and reliable. Yeah, Alpha, John. Yeah, Alpha need to learn from VAG and their MQB platform sharing. Exactly. Yeah, like I was saying, yeah, they need to take the Giulia platform and turn it into 10 other cars and then really cash in because it's a brilliant platform. And yeah, everyone I talk to wants to see more from that range, and they're not doing it. They're just doing more SUVs, which everyone goes, oh, great, another SUV. Canon or Pentax cameras from the 80s. Pentax were good, solid, it's like amateur is the wrong word, learner cameras almost, but there's some good cameras as well. But Canon, the AE1 and that kind of stuff, that was fantastic, really good good cameras. But Canon weren't really perceived as a professional brand until kind of the end of the 80s, around 1990, when the EOS range came in. They tried to turn it into a professional range at that point. And I was trying to steal it from Nikon. Favorite number of cylinders? 5. Metallic Blue Mark 1 MR2 was a lovely thing. Oh yeah, you're not going to fit one of them if you're tall. Oh, Guy, yeah, we've covered lots. But thank you for joining in. Have I seen the Johnny Smith's Allegro Sleeper? Yeah, I've seen the thing. I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen the thing. Isn't it time I've reviewed a Mark 3 Transit? Yes, it is. Yes, so Transit to be quite fun. Psycho, well much about the tax. Yeah, car tax is a bit of a mess, really. So because a lot of it's designed by people who don't really seem to drive. It's just done by people. Did I get the radio sorted on the Mini? No, because lots happened. Well, not related to the car, but I parked it up and never got it. I wanted to do a review on it, and I wanted to have the radio in the dashboard so it looked nice in the pictures. So I never took the radio out. So I need to go and get on with doing the review. Then I can take the radio out and then I can send it off. Then that would be really nice. And I need to do new speakers for it as well. What's happening with the Rover Convertible? Nothing really happened in the last couple of weeks. It runs, it drives. Just need to do a couple of tidying up bits, put the seats back in, that kind of stuff. Get it off for an MOT, and I can get the hood sorted out. I want a modern day Alpha Sud, and how about a Punto again? Yeah, they need to sort that out because the Fiat 500 is nice, but it's long in the tooth. It needs a replacement. They need something more than just one size of car. Oh yeah, we're in trouble. I'm not looking at the comments enough. I'm talking and not looking. Oh yeah, you can go, mate. Sorry. How do I tap on you? I'm tapping on it. I'm not getting the put user in timeout. Thank you. Did you ever try a Praktica camera? No, I've tried other people's Praktica cameras. They're really, really solid and heavy things. They're built on my old Chinon CX. They're tough and solid. Another one here. Oh, great. I can put you on timeout as well. Hide user. Hope they'll go away. Yeah, I was desperate for Canon EOS back in the early 90s, but I went out with the Minolta because my granddad bought Minolta and I could kind of share the lenses with him. Do I like American muscle cars? Yes, definitely. They're brilliant. What are your views on the Nissan Cherry Europe? It's absolutely hilarious. It's basically Alpha, and if you're not familiar with it, it's basically Alpha Arna was also badged the Nissan Cherry Europe, and it was a collaboration between Alfa Romeo and Nissan, where they got to get the best of Italian and best of Japanese technology, know-how, design, and so the Japanese designed the body, and the Italians did the electrics. So yeah, you can imagine how that is. They're very, very interesting, astonishingly rare now. Any plans to take a Mazda Z.6 or 9? Do you know, I don't think there are any left. I would love to. I really wanted one when they came out because I thought they were really cool looking cars. Hello, H. Ever tried a Zenit? No, but again, when I was at college, I knew people who had them, and they were very, very chunky and kind of Russian feeling. Would love to drive a 147. My wife had a 147 for years. She had it for about 9 years, actually. And when she changed it, nothing has ever quite lived up to being as good as that car was. The seats were good, the acceleration was electric, the engine sounded great. It was lovely. Great Merc breaker in Brackwater. 10 kilometres north of Windhoek in Zambia. That's probably not helpful. What's the next project after the lockdown? You know, I don't know, try and get everything finished. It's on the drive at the moment, really. I keep looking at stuff on eBay and thinking, oh, I need one of them. The fact I'm reading this book, and I had used to have one back in the 90s, is making me very very nostalgic and quite fancy another one. I'd like to find a nice one rather than one that needs fixing, because parts just aren't really available bodywork wise. What do I think of the facelift 147? It grew on me, but I thought the original was much nicer. Got a JTDM, wow, 5-door, only 52 left in the roads. Yes, I would love to take it for a ride if you're somewhere nearby. You know what, in Kent, somewhere near Blue Water, are you? Because I saw one on the motorway the other day when it's absolutely pouring with rain, and this 147, it was a facelift with the bigger straight wheels. It looked immaculate, kind of a bronzy, goldy, greyish colour, I think. It was lovely. No, I think they're lovely cars. I'll quite fancy getting one. I had a Bee Ridge Nissan Cherry passed down to me. He swung to a Grandad. Yeah, that's the best way to get them. I need to sell the fleet and get a nice E39. No, I just need to get an E39. I need to sell the fleet for that. What do I think about Land Rover selling another version of the old Defender as a bowler for 200 grand? That's ridiculous. No, I don't think they really care about Ineos. I think they're just cashing in. Yeah, you know what? I saw a couple of ZDOS 6s. They used to be a really good car supermarket near here, and I was buying something. I don't think it was anything exciting, but I saw a ZDOS, but for some reason I didn't buy it. Wish I had. Lakes was really, really interesting. It was a bit of a kind of a mess of cars, and it's quite hard to kind of find what you're looking for, but it's fascinating, proper old school, how it really used to be done back in like the 50s. Oh, if I was to go and do a Car Trek style collab with 2 other YouTubers, who would I pick? Oh, that's a really good question. I don't know, actually. Maybe it would have to be people I know, or could it be anyone? If I could pick anyone, then I don't know. Good question. I'll have to come back to you on that one. That's too many choices. How do you manage to make a 147 rust in grease? There's no salt in it. It's never wet. Bryce Norton. That's not. Ooh, that's a couple of counties away, but I'm sure that could be done. Laguna Coupe, crikey, I haven't seen one of those in a very long time. Underrated car, yeah. Ford should build a new Capri. Yeah, they're not doing any cars though, are they? They're dropping everything apart from. Are they keeping the focus? Ay. Mark 1 TT. Yes, I've missed a couple of Mark 1 TTs lately because people have bought and sold them. Yeah, drop me an email, the usual thing. Oh yeah, let's do contact detail stuff. If you've got a car you'd like me to drive, I'm very, very, very behind on my car offers. I've got about 8 months of offers I'm trying to catch up on because lockdown and then everything else has mean I'm just behind. But if you've got a car you think I might like, drop me an email, bodyintheboot@gmail.com. It's .com, isn't it? It's on the link in the information below. But yeah, send me where you are, your contact details, what the car is, and I'll try and get back to you within a week probably. And if I say yes, I do mean it, but it will be a long time before I get around to you. Unless you're literally in the next street to me, in which case I'll wander around and do it tomorrow because I'm going to travel anywhere. Secondly, if you've got junk that you think everyone would be entertained by, I'm now doing this thing where at the end of the month I'm doing a members Patreons video, which is then being repeated a few weeks later for the general public, for the real world, with a mailbag time. So if you've got stuff which you think would be useful for a project, you think it would entertain the rest of Furious World, then mail it in. There's an address down below. I did a bit of paper with the address on it earlier. I've lost it. That's how organised I am. So you send it to Furious Driving, PO Box 477, Aylesford, ME6. That's Mike Echo 6 9 Lima Echo. The address is down below. And yeah, amuse us, make us laugh, make us entertained. If you've got something, like I say, anything you think might be interesting for the rest of the community to look at, something might be handy for a project, yeah, bung it in. Send us a postcard even. Picture out your window, I don't know. Yes. Yeah, Scottish, yeah. Capri would be an SUV if they don't know. Yeah, they did it at the Puma, they do it at the Capri as well. Why am I furious? It's kind of a gag, a joke from when I first started it, that on the Isle of Man, there's only one driving infringement, which was wanton and furious driving, which I found amusing. So I made a YouTube channel and called it Furious Driving, and then 8 years later actually started doing stuff on that YouTube channel. I don't think Shmi would want to be within 100 feet of my fleet. Combined, not worth the wheel of one car he would like to review. Gosh, 55 minutes in. 156 was such a beautiful car when it came in. Oh, C is quite salty. Yeah, I think partner the edge, you're going to get rusty. But last time I saw 145 in the wild was actually in Greece about a year ago. It's just parked up by the sea, so I imagine that was quite rusty as well. British Lane, thank you much indeed. Oh gosh, right. Oh, I was about to say I ran out of things to say, but James, yeah, drop me an email. The address I just said, that'd be really cool. Hello from Germany, another Rover 75. There are 5 Rover 75 clubs in Germany, crikey. JD, awesome, thank you. Choose one car at the hubcap nut fleet I would want. I do quite like a Citroen actually. I know it's a lot of hard work, but I do rather like that. It's kind of quite quirky and fun. Oh right, Thanos, you got a garage full of Rover 75 parts. It's always good to have it. You never know. Have I driven an Alfa Brera? Yes, I have. I've driven 2 actually. There's the 2.4 which I drove and I liked because I had a 2.4 159 and a 156, so I was quite into that engine. But also the 2.2 Pro Drive, which I think was definitely the better car. It was a nicer car to drive. They're quite quirky. I quite fancy one of those. They're good looking cars. Yeah, Hubnut Mailbag has been hilarious. I'm kind of hoping I don't get on the same wish list, if you like, from stuff from Wish, because that's just weird, the stuff that he's getting out. But yeah, if you want to send out in other interesting things, I'll be very happy to share it with the world. Share your eccentricity. I can't talk tonight. Oops, was that another? Sorry, any chance of being MG5? Yes, there's a pretty good chance of sorting that out. The new MG estate. That's that's hopefully going to happen fairly soon. John, no, you're welcome. Right, I think we've done an hour now. That's probably enough waffle for me. My tea is almost gone, and what's left is cold. I think Ian is sending that stuff to himself. Well, it certainly fills a lot of airtime, and everyone's talking about it. Oh, suddenly I was saying goodbye, and suddenly there's a lot more comments. Dad had imported an Opel Kadett GTE. Apparently it went like the clappers. Yeah, I reckon they did. They were fast cars back then. Was it disappointing going to the breakers at Volvo and not finding anything? From that point of view, yes, it was, because I had quite a long shopping list and I didn't find any of it. But on the other note, it was fascinating to look around, and I really quite enjoyed looking around it. And I'd been to visit a friend who was about 20 minutes away, and he's leaving the country, so it was nice to see him as well, and drove a nice car while I was there too. So it wasn't a wasted day at all. It was a very good day actually, all told, and I got to have a nice long drive in the Volvo, which is a very nice relaxing thing to do. Do I like the Suzuki Wagon-R? Yeah, I do like a tiny quirky kind of K car kind of thing. You'll notice I probably waffle on about whenever I do a tiny K car. I go, yay, it's one of these. You take the Yugo Sana. Yeah, you need a tow with that one. Oh, LA, HD, sorry, yes, good night. Do I like the Vauxhall Calibri? Yeah, they're brilliant, really cool. Nothing in the shop part. No, lots of stuff on the newer Volvos than mine. Nothing for my Volvo 700 is a pre-facelift, and they had a bit of post-facelift, some 900, lots of newer stuff, but sadly nothing for mine. Oh, Frank, thank you very much indeed. That's definitely going in the tea fund. Here we
I
go.
want you to come down by way. Hi, Arthur.
There we are. Our regulation. Hi, Arthur.
I forgot to do this.
Oh yeah. Thank you. And so signifies the end of this live chat. Good night, everyone. Hope you have a lovely evening, and I'll see you again. Lots of videos happening next week because obviously we're home. I've got a fair bit pre-recorded for reviews. The child has spoken. Hi, Arthur. Exactly. Yes. Who was it who said that in the comments when I put it on the community page? We knew it was going to happen, didn't we? Yeah, and I'm going to be working on the cars as much as I can next week. So everyone have a good evening. Everyone stay safe. You know, hand sanitizer, masks. You know the drill. Look after yourselves. I'm going to find the button to turn this off because I never actually can. Oh, Max. Oh, you finally made it. Maxi Dine. Take care, everyone. Oh, the goodbyes. I'm going to cut all the goodbyes off because they're still coming in thick and fast. I'm always amazed how many people are here. 181 people still online. I'm amazed at that. I wouldn't listen to me for this long. Oh, gosh. KK, Lloyd. Ah, dear me. Good night, good night, good night, Matt. Morris, Frank. Someone let all the goodbyes roll. I've run out of stuff to say. Talk amongst yourselves. Jan, rewind it. It's all good. Lee, good night. Lights flash. We end the thing. Night, David. Right, I think that's everyone. Oh, no, it's not. Joseph, good night. Frank, the Dino was amazing. That was a high point of there's maybe 3 or 4 high points of the year, and that was one of them. I just wish I had a better road to drive it down. Red wine time indeed. Remember, yeah, good night. I keep thinking everyone's gone. Oh, people, the numbers are diminishing now. Right, I'm gonna hit the off button. Well, there's the camera. Right, 3. Oh, Hondery. Thank you, Richard. Good night, KK. Ah, good night, Firkin. Right, buttons being pushed. Cooper S. Good night. Stay safe, you too. Arthur says good night. Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's that. Night, Arthur. Am I maths? No, I'm not any kind of a teacher. I'm the worst person for teaching stuff. And now I've hit the end button. See you all later. See you next time. First Friday every month. See you later.